Welcome to D&D VR. This is number 2 of our Kobolds of Kitara special. And kobolds.
Kobold.
Kobolds!
Kobolds.
Kobolds!
We have been supplied kobold avatars by the one and only Joe. And also, there's names above
Shovel.
heads so you can remember.
Yep.
Shovels.
Shovels.
Yes, he has shovels.
All right. You know, I
have
would
knife.
give a recollection of what happened last week, but I'm pretty sure most of us know what's happened. But
Violence! Murder!
Violence.
Kidnapping! That's a full summary.
why don't we let our late reoccurring guests, Mega, what happened last week, if you remember?
Long story short, we became adults. Went up to the surface. Some of us blew our cover,
Be gone, Wall.
and I ended up having to kill 3 people actually,
With some help.
and yeah, with a little help.
You did not need to kill that last person, though.
Murder.
Well, he was being racist. So.
It's true. Good enough
Last
reason.
session, the kobolds, the northernmost tribe of the kobolds of Kitara was introduced to us. Does anyone remember what your tribe name is?
Joe's dead.
And Joe died. PC shut down is what he said.
He'll be back. But
He
while we're
shall
doing
be
that,
back.
yeah, he shall be back. Anywho, we've been introduced to the northernmost kobold tribe in the city of Kitara, called the Gibolo tribe. They are in the northernmost walls, hidden inside of the waterworks and with some of the tunnels they've digged out on their own. They have 3 levels, with a lower level that holds food, a middle level that holds their priestly duties and some of their storage along with their barracks, and upper levels that hold some of the working chambers for the crafting people and the architects of the kobolds. We met multiple members of the tribe. We have met a few of the miners. We met one of the arcanists, and we have met a scout and a runner. Now, these group of people, selectively chosen by their own age group, as they became a kinship. As they were tasked out into the city of Kitara, they had an interesting experience. People were hostile, vulgar, and, well, we can't say so simply that they themselves didn't cause any problems. Within the first few hours of being above surface, they had already caused property damage, 2 murders, and stolen the property of a guard captain. They had luckily blinded and tricked away one of the guards in order to escape, and broke into a bag shop. Now, the shopkeep was a little bit on the racist side, and the kobolds didn't take too kindly to that. So, they did what the most logical thing they could think of was, and simply got rid of him. As they headed on upstairs, they hear a sound of a child as they had broken into the washroom. Some have picked up some clean water from a very well-placed porcelain dish. and using a large red sack had hidden the now disfigured body of the previous shop owner. Hiding in the bag itself and hiding the bag inside of a bathtub, they were quiet as a young elven figure entered the room. At first she was confused as she finds the mirror shattered, and second, she's scared as the step stool she stands on to aid in the brushing of her teeth is ripped out from under her. She falls to the ground and cuts her hands on shards of mirror. As she is crying and scared, she calls for a parent who she doesn't know is already nearby in a tub. As she cries, one of the stronger kobolds nearby just so happily knock her out. And with a very simple gagging of the mouth with some beads they had stolen before, they had themselves a elven child that they threw into the bag with her already dismembered father and took back to their tribe. And that is what catches us up to now. It is a
She
new
won't have
day for the
PTSD.
Jabolo tribe. And you have a new mouth to feed. Or, well, mouth to be fed. Or eaten. Who knows what will be done with that small girl? As you all had retired to your quarters, retired to your sectors, and retired back to your jobs, you had brought in your new materials and a copper pipe that you had... What are you doing with the copper pipe, Sam?
I'm just gonna keep it for materials.
Just keeping it for material. Very well. Rolla. You return with what exactly?
Backpack and a water skin.
You return with backpacks and water skins. Where will you be leaving those, or what will you be doing with them? Are these for you, or are these for the tribe?
These backpacks and water skins will be for me for when I go out to the surface to collect for the tribe.
Very well. Very well. And finally, well, as Joe is missing for the moment, Kerr, what are you doing with your new child and dismembered body of her well-fed previous father?
Well, I'm going to be giving the body of the father to, well, parts of it to be used as food and parts of it to be used as fertilizer.
Very well. You
And
gut him,
as
and you take out the meat you know is not quite edible, the pancreas, some of the intestine you keep, but other bits of it you throw out, and you open up the stomach, pick through its contents, pick out what could be used and pick out what can't be used, and you clear the digestive tract of any spare fertilizers, and empty the kidneys of any pollution.
And as for the girl, I would at first show her around our colonies so that way she can see how well she has it compared to how poorly we have it, and hopefully try and persuade her into either staying with us or at the very least keeping where we are a secret.
Killed her father, stuffed her in a bag with her father, brought her to a place so she doesn't know how she got here, and now we're showing him around the quarters of her captors. Got it.
Yep.
She doesn't understand Draconic. With what little common you know, what do you say to her?
New
I
home.
say, how much common do I know?
I don't know. Roll a d20. Intelligence.
All right. Wait, didn't we establish this last time? Wasn't it like 16?
Last time I was the only one who could speak it decently. Megan knew a little
West,
bit.
West understands and can slightly speak it. You are
I
very.
understood.
You understand it. You cannot speak it.
Right.
Okay, that's what it was. Sam can speak it. Barely.
So can I have Sam assist?
Yes, you can have the scary kobold assist.
You head to the Upper Reeves. Hold on, guys. Sorry, son. There we go. Son, you want to come here? For now?
Yeah, I'll
There
be
you go.
right here for now.
Okay. As you, Okay. You head up to the upper ring with the girl. How are you bringing her around, if I might ask? Is she free walking? Or...
I'm gently holding her by the hand as if by a parent.
Okay. Roll strength.
Are you asking me to do it as well?
Yep.
All right. That is an 18.
You feel as she's tugging against you, trying to get out of your grasp. You can tell she is very disheveled and panicked. But you are strong. With a bit of a tighter grip around her wrist, you continue up to the upper reef. As Sam, you hear these little yelps and these little yells and these cries getting louder and louder, till you see Okur enter the upper reef, and she looks up to you where you are sitting on your pipe, just working away. Go ahead, Okur.
What are you still doing with that thing over there?
I am.
And let me just...
Uh,
There we go.
what do we refer to ourselves again? Like clan mates or what was it?
You are tribe members.
Right, tribe members. But what was the specific name for the ones that we were out as a party?
You are a kinship,
Kinship.
which is a close egg group.
Right. Kin member Sam. Or Sam. Not Sam.
It would be
Yeah.
you're called a kinship, but you would probably refer to each other. If you can call each other kin members, but accurate terms are either the person's name or just brother, sister, brethren,
Okay.
Sibling!
sibling.
Sibling Sam. I am attempting to
Roll a peb.
teach this upper worlder the plight of our kind and how well they have it, so that way they might know that we are not as terrible as they believe us to be, but they are resistant. I do not speak common, yet I know you can. Can you help me?
I guess I could help you. Just it depends on what you want me to help you with the little one, because I was planning on eating that one later. When I originally kidnapped her.
Using my shovel, I smack Sam over the head for 1 damage.
Roll the hit.
That's a 23.
That'll hit.
Okay. Sam, roll a d6. No, Mega.
No,
Roll
he said head.
Okay, he is going for head. Okay.
He did specify.
You specified.
I specified
Okay.
that I was going for the head.
It's
and I was
just
only doing
a bunk.
Yeah.
Because you're on the ground, you hear Sam say this, and you're like, yeah, and you just get boom on the head as the shovel bounces off and ding, 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 back to the ground. And you tug the girl over and you pick up your shovel.
What was that for?
We do not eat her. We are attempting to teach overworlders less of trying to kill us. If we eat her, that just means more bad.
We already killed her father. What makes you think that she won't retaliate against us for that?
I'm pretty sure she will. Hopefully by that time she'll be more understanding.
By that time, she will be older, and she will inform the upper worlders of where our tribe is, and they will come and eradicate us.
She's still screaming and yelling for help. You actually see other kobolds around on the pipelines just kind of looking at her and just hissing softly.
I hiss back at those kobolds.
Roll intimidation. Oh.
13.
Okay. They just kind of look at you, give off another hiss, like, and get back to work.
So, what I'm doing is we take her, we see any information about anything from the upper world, and we just eat her. We don't have much to do down here. It could be a great feast for us. Wow.
As you two are talking, Okur, you realize you're not exactly holding the little girl's hand anymore.
Look, you brought her out of her cage, and now she's in there.
I start to panic, but not from fear of what she can do, but from fear of what others will do to her.
Can I roll to perception or an investigation to see if I can tell where she ran?
Sure, roll perception. Or investigation.
15.
You are not trained. You are trained to be smart. You're not trained to be inquisitive, so I'm going to say that's not enough for you.
Okay.
I got
Same deal with you. That would be too shallow. People who are trained for tracking are the runners and the hunters. Well, specifically the hunters.
I'm gonna turn to the other people on the pipeline.
Hunters are trained to be perceptive. I mean, runners are trained to be perceptive. Hunters are trained to track.
I'm gonna turn to the other people who are on the pipeline and hey, did any of you see where the little girl went? Okur over here lost her.
Just kind of. They give a shrug.
Okay, off to find a hunter, I guess. This wouldn't have happened if you just left her in her cage. And then I'll guess I'll go off to find some of the hunters to help track her down.
Okay.
I start nervously biting at my claws.
Okay, it's like the chattering sound. Peb, what part of the reef are you in today?
I'm unsure. I forget the layout of the reef.
There's the top, middle, and lower. Lower reef holds the dead,
I'll be
new
at the top.
minds and okay, you're at the top. So you've actually heard the yelling of this child and now see a frantic occur. Rolo, where are you this fine evening?
I think I'm just wandering around the middle.
Wandering around the middle? Okay. You would be wandering around the. I'm gonna eventually draw out the labyrinth for you guys. I just haven't gotten to it yet, so you guys can get a better understanding.
On that note, I had an idea. I'm gonna run you by this really fast. I could, if you have a permanent plan of what you want the labyrinth to look like, I could 3D model it and make that a spawnable token by that avatar.
Interesting.
Yes.
I wouldn't
so
need a
it's-
token. I'd probably just need like a map,
well,
so I
it
can
would,
point it out to you guys.
like, you could have a 3D map.
Oh. Anywho,
That would be helpful.
I will set that up later. You are towards the middle. You are around the barrack room. You're near the hatchery, and you're near the temple. Are you closer to the hatchery, the egg room? Are you closer to the hatchery, the restroom, or the maze?
I think I'm closer to the barracks.
Barracks? You're just kind of sitting there, leaning against a barrack wall, just kind of looking up, catching this one dripping water in your mouth as you're just up to it, and it's just drip, drip, drip. As you hear this shaking sound of cladding armor, which is very familiar as entering the main cave cove in the middle that spins off to the four quadrants. You watch Sam just kind of rush in.
What is it?
Have you seen any of the hunters around? Occurred lost his child.
He asks to a hunter.
Wait, I thought wasn't Son a runner?
Rolla is a hunter. Peb is a runner.
Oh. Rolla, Occur lost the child. Can you come help us track it down?
Okay, sure.
I thought the hunters were supposed to have another weapon, a dagger.
Well, because of specifically what Sun is, they got the dagger.
Okay, because I made the bone club.
Sun is a well, Sun would have gone in a bone club, but because he's a College of Swords, I decided to give him a dagger because his stuff uses blades.
Finesse.
He uses finesse.
I use finesse more than strength.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, blade. You're given your stuff based on your based on your skills. Even as a hunter, you could probably get a finesse weapon. Okay, you head up to the upper reef. As you break out of the small crevice that you guys have dug down into your cave system, and you come up and pop up into the actual walls, and you see Okur just kind of standing there chattering a bit, and Peb just kind of watching, playing with their new purse. Peb, you actually watch as another kobold slowly walks by and just starts eyeing your purse.
I have 4 purses. I give one of them one.
He puts it on and skitters off.
Yes.
You see him down the way. He picks up a piece of rubble and puts it in the purse. And keeps going.
Okay.
Bring me more mushrooms.
Okay, I'll walk over to Okur. I'm like, you like your pet?
Pet, no. Child.
Oh, surface dweller.
Yes.
That's exactly who I'm referring to.
I do not treat it like a pet.
Hmm.
Occur. cannot be brood mother.
Her is too soft. Look how fluffy they are.
They are very fluffy.
Anyway,
Anyways,
help
let's-
Oakler.
Yes,
Help
of
me,
course.
please.
I'll help you. I'll help. And I'll proceed to start tracking the girl.
Okay, roll track. Investigation
Can I
or
assist in
perception,
said
whichever's
tracking?
higher.
To
Yeah,
give him
technically.
advantage.
You can.
Okay, so I roll an advantage then.
Okay, we're going with the first roll.
So what the fuck?
What is that?
It cut out.
Okay. I don't have my character sheet up. What the fuck? I'm usually more prepared. Okay. Okay.
You can
What can I use?
You can use your survival if you want.
Oh,
You can use
45.
survival if you want.
Yeah. I'll
Or you could use perception.
I'll use my perception. So plus 6,
Okay.
16.
Okay. Yeah, okay. You get a sense that they kind of backed behind Okur, slipped out of their grasp, and went down the direction that that kobold just came from, who Peb just gave a purse. So they're going down the eastern quadrant right now. And in the eastern quadrant, so the northmost is the Arcanists. The lowest most is the Grave People. So the top towards the, so that's hold side is the Mechanists, and then the Runners. So they are going to the Eastern Runner Training Grounds.
Okay, I'll inform them that. Okay, I got a sense of where she is. Let's go.
You guys just
Right.
start skimming.
Onward!
I just make mad dash.
Okay, you guys start going and going and going. Let's see, how many feet did she get away? Fits be above 80. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Perceptions for stealth. 15.
Do we need to roll perceptions or?
Roll her perception. Disadvantage because she's running. It's a 2. 2 plus 1 is 3.
I got nat 20.
I see that.
15.
She takes
Okay, plus
5
7, so
damage.
that's
Okay,
15.
first try. Okay, you guys are going. First try she fails. Second try she fails. Third try she fails. Fourth try she fails. Okay, now you guys start going. You guys have a 40 movement speed, right? Or you have a 40. The rest of you have like a 30, right?
It says I have 40.
Says I have
Fails.
30.
Okay. So 40, 40. Fails. Okay, so
Not
2 of them.
okay.
Passes. Okay. You guys are running through the training grounds, and you guys have to start being a bit careful because there are bear traps laid out in the runner's training ground. Slightly dulled, but some of them are a bit rusty, and you guys have harder scales than a human flesh child, so They still clamp down and hurt. You track all the way to this bear trap that had clamped down together, and you see that it has been slipped out of, and there's a bit of blood and sock left inside the bear trap. And you see a singular small child's shoe at the base of it that she slipped off. Then there's this small, very tiny trail of blood that trickles out, and you see starting a climb, like halfway up a climb towards the eastern exit, where there's a small cave-in that's a bit of a up climb. You see the child climbing.
I'm going to grab the shoe and sock, put them in my purse, and then start scurrying up after them.
Okay,
I hit Peb over the head, and I grabbed the shoe and the sock.
Hey, I was going to give it back to them.
I was going to give it back to them.
Whatever, I'm going up after them. Make a
Okay.
No, I'm
bandage.
not.
roll acrobatics, roll athletics. Make a choice.
16 for athletics.
You start pulling your way up. You're much
18.
you're going to be much 18?
Yep.
As you're pulling yourself up, you actually watch as Peb next to you, not even grabbing onto the walls, just kind of skipping up these very shallow rocks like a mountain goat. Just hop, 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 hop. You move up 30 feet. It's your climbing speed. She fails that. You watch as a rock falls out from under her hands. Okay, roll again.
Me roll again?
Yep. She's gonna go for half speed.
Ooh, that's going to be much higher.
Okay, yep. You continue hop, 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 hop. Okay.
That's going to be a 22.
17. Okay. Okay. You keep climbing your way up. You've moved 60 feet. You've moved 90. And she is about 60 feet above you right now, Peb. As she moves another 15 feet upwards, she is about 40 feet from the top. Okay, again.
Well, this time I'm actually going to use my higher stat, so it's going to be one higher.
She
So
is
that's-
45 feet from the top.
That'll be a 25.
Okay, you are
Another
30 feet behind her, and she is 30 feet from the thing.
Another 17.
For 17, you climb your way up. You are 90 feet up. You are exactly 60 feet away from her. Again. Ooh.
Oof.
21.
Oof.
That's going to be an 11.
Okay, you move half your speed up, so you move 15 feet up, and you watch just as she gets this little burst of adrenaline and climbs and scatters her way up. And what'd you roll, Ochre?
21.
21. Another 30 feet. You are 30 feet away from the top. Again. You don't have to roll for her, but I guess I will because she's limping. Ooh. Man, that adrenaline hits hard.
Yes, it does.
30.
Dirty 20? Okay. You get up to the top, and you see the girl is just making this mad dash.
How am I doing?
What'd you roll?
I don't know. I think I may have skipped the last roll that we wanted us to do.
Roll again.
That is going to be a 22.
You've made it to the top. And you see, you and Okur have made it to the top, and you see that this child is just making a mad dash towards it's this very steep staircase that works like a ladder. The wall is flat on one side, but has a very slight curve on the other, and there's this, it's like this staircase with a rock that dips in and down, in, down, in, down. But it's not like shallow against it, it's like little square steps that go all the way down the wall. So you can go up it quickly, down it carefully.
Okay.
It's a stone ladder. It's a stone step ladder.
So if she was going as fast as she is now, she'd probably not make it, right?
With how fast she's going from a natural 20, you think if you guys aren't quick enough, she might make it to the ladder. You're not sure if she'll make it down
Hydra.
the ladder.
No, I mean, if she were to go as quickly as she's going now and make it to the ladder, keep going fast down the ladder, she's probably going to injure herself.
She is most definitely going to injure herself if she's going at this speed and continues the speed off. She's probably going to trip. She has a hurt leg and a missing shoe. And there is little pieces of iron and little pieces of rusty metals poking up, rebar. There's little spikes of dirt and little rocks from whatever caused that in-cave hole.
How far am I from the top right now?
All the way at the bottom.
Okay, then I'm gonna start climbing up.
Okay.
I'll climb up too.
I will let you both make 3 checks. Every above 15 is 30 feet of movement. Every pass is 30 feet of movement.
I'm also
If you
going
get
to try to catch up.
Wait, what is
you are
it?
at the top.
What do we
Above
add?
15?
Catch the girl.
No, like
Above
the addition.
15,
Is it athletics
30
or acrobatics?
If you're above, either your choice, athletics or acro. If you roll above 15, it's 30 feet of movement. If you roll a nat 20, it's 60 feet. If you roll above 10, below 15, it's half your speed of movement. Below 10, you don't move at all.
Okay,
Okay.
so
I get 60 feet.
7 plus 4,
She
so that's
is
half.
about 80 feet from you guys, so you using a dash action can get to her, occur.
All right.
But you won't be able to make a grab yet as she continues to run. She is about 30 feet from the ladder, so she's going to run to the ladder with the rest of her movement. You can make a grab attack with your reaction.
50.
All right. I'll do that then.
80.
It's going to be basically a grapple, so athletics. Against her dexterity.
That was a 10.
10?
10.
Flat 10 or 10 total?
Flat 10. Or, no. 10.
Sorry. 10 total. I'm sorry, man. She beat you by 3. Rolla, what do you want to do? As you see, the child is just out of the grab range of Okur, and the child is at the staircase, starting to make her way downwards.
Can I quickly yell at her Can I try and yell the word stop in common, considering that I heard the guard?
Roll intelligence for me.
All right. 19.
Okay. You yell the word stop. Roll intimidation.
I would also like to yell 2 words.
What words?
No safe.
You yell that in Draconic because you don't know Common.
Oh. Darn.
I got 12 on intimidation.
Jeez, she is rolling well today. 16 with a -1 modifier.
Can I run and catch up with her? Since I'm already at the top of the thing. Because I haven't yet
I'm gonna
rolled.
try to
Since I got
catch
to the
up as
top.
well.
Okay. Wait, was it Peb and Okur who got to the? Is it you two? It's you two who got to the top first, right?
Yes.
They got
Yeah.
to the
Okay.
top first.
Yeah, Peb. You saw them just out of the grasp of Okur, and they're starting their way down the ladder. 30-21. You get to them. They're at the ladder and they're starting their way down. What do you want to do?
I went to grab their ankle. Their non-injured ankle.
Okay. Roll a grapple.
Do I add anything to a grapple?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Ooh, sweet. That's +9.
That's 9. Okay. She is going to make a dexterity saving throw.
So I got
Disadvantage.
That's a 24.
You watch as you grab her by the ankle, and because her momentum's going forward, she just kind of clicks over and she's like hanging off the ledge. I need you to make a strength save. As this
Okay.
child who's been moving very fast has just been whipped over the edge.
17
Can I give him an advantage?
plus
as-
1. So it's
You've already
18.
used your reaction for a grapple.
Alright, fair enough.
And do this at disadvantage, Joe, because you are also moving.
Okay. Ooh,
Ouch.
that is a 6, I think.
You watch as Peb slides in, grabs her on the ankle. She trips over, she falls. Peb starts sliding over, and his purse catches her. As it's
Somebody
just
else
kind of
pull
held
us
on a
up!
piece of rebarb. As the bag, hold on for a second, and Jesus Christ, it snaps. As you start sliding down with the girl, you have one reaction. What do you want to do, Ochre? I'll let you take a quick action.
I reach for the girl.
Oh, you're not gonna grab the person holding on to the girl who's closer?
The girl
Going
is
for
down.
the girl over your brood.
Peb is holding her ankle. Peb's bag is just about to snap as it's clicked onto a little bit of rebarb. As Peb is hanging over the wall, holding on to the girl. It's kind of like a chain.
Right, yeah, I figured that if well, I suppose the way you're phrasing it, it sounds like you want me to go for the bag.
That might be the
It's
easiest
completely
thing.
up to you. I'm just explaining how it is.
Right, yeah. I
The
just
bag
figured
is
I'd
also-
probably try to go for the heaviest thing first.
Yeah, but you'd have to climb over the edge to grab.
Right,
It'd be
yeah.
best to grab me directly, or the bag. Me, I would be less likely to rip and tear if you grabbed it. But the bag should be easier to grab.
And just
I
as you're
figured-
doing this, Rolla and Sam finally get up.
And do we see what just happened?
You see. So, Okur, what are you gonna do?
I figured the girl's probably gonna be wanting to hold on for dear life at this point. So hold on to something for dear life. So I figured I'd probably go for her since she's the heaviest thing.
Try to offer her your shovel.
Yeah,
That's got some reach on it.
I'll hand her the handle of my shovel.
Okay.
And
Are you
try and-
climbing down the stairs a little bit?
Yes.
Okay, there's not much grab for the stairs. If you get pulled down, there's nothing to clutch on. That's one of the problems
Alright.
with these stairs.
I'm aware.
Okay, rock is also very slippery due to all the steam around.
Right.
Roll persuasion.
All right. Persuasion's a 19.
Looks like she woke up and chose death today.
Oh. Can I grab the shovel since technically he
Let
has
me
to
think.
reach it past me?
Okay, what would she thinking? Okay, so apparently this is a very smart little girl.
Wow.
I'm
Jesus
trying to
fucking
save her
Christ.
life, and you're having it. So that way she purposely tries to kill herself.
Oh, she's not trying to
No.
kill herself. She's trying to escape us
Right. Yeah.
by any means necessary.
This
Even if
little
it means-
girl seemed to have learned a little bit by how you guys sort of swing and stealth around as you ran scuttling after her. As you watch as she grabs onto the shovel, kicks her foot out of Peb's grasp and sort of swings down and clutches onto the stairs as she starts using a bit of her momentum to just kind of pung 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 slide down. You know when you're butt on stairs sliding.
Oh yeah.
Jack, how far away is she from your current location?
80 feet from you.
Okay, then I'll use the catapult to launch a fire nut at her.
Roll the hit.
I'm just gonna use the dash action to her.
And then what's the addition to it? Oh, never mind. Never mind.
It just you go, yeah, and it falls down, and it goes down into the into like this creek down below, and just. Okay, the girl is on the stairs now, and she is making her way downward. She has. Did you make a strength save with disadvantage?
Question: have I fallen yet?
Now that the girl isn't there, the bag is strong enough to hold you. Make a strength save with disadvantage, okay?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but with disadvantage, I got 2 nat 20s.
You know what? Fair enough. I also just got 2 nat 20s in a row, so it's been a wild run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you kind of as she pulls you, you feel like you're going to go off, and you kind of into the rock. Your claws just dig in. It seems like the gnawing you did earlier sort of sharpened your claws, so you just kind of.
Can I leap
as
up
she
to where
lets go of your
at?
shovel and she's going down. Ped, you're just
Can
kind
I
of
leap
hanging
up-
there.
Yeah, but can I push off the wall and jump to where she's been?
You want to jump to her?
Yes.
Okay,
And attempt
you're
to
here.
slide after her.
Okay, okay, so imagine. Okay, hold on. Now I know I
This
make
is
these
risky.
walls look very. I make okay. So you guys aren't at the exit. You guys are actually over here, towards the slums, as that's where your thing is. This is just where your northern exit to get out is. So. Let's see here.
Have
That's
Sun and I
Sun.
reached the edge yet?
You guys are 60 feet of movement, so you are 20 feet away. Roll, it's about there. Sam, here. You are dangling, here.
By the way, I can only see my token since I had that crash problem.
Everyone
earlier.
retake your tokens real quick.
Yes.
Hi, Jack. Is she within my sightline?
There, that could be her.
Gnome. Technically, yes, Sam.
Okay, then I'm gonna cast Frostbite on her.
Hey, perfect.
And that's a DC 16 con save for her.
You
So
see where
where
she
am I?
is on the wall, right?
Right here?
Con save. Okay,
Is it where there's this groove?
6-5, that's a fail.
Okay, she's gonna take 2d6 damage. That's 6 damage.
6 damage, she's already taken 5 damage, that's 11 points. Ooh. This blast of cold just against her, or against her. That's a 19. Wow, she is rolling well today. Jesus, who is this child?
She's the next member of our party. We must recruit her.
This is how the backstory of a rogue happens.
You see, this is how rogues reproduce.
Did someone say rogue backstory? She moves another 15
If she
feet
does-
downwards.
Hi, Jack. If you haven't given her a name already, she needs one.
She does.
Good.
Hmm.
You guys just don't know it. I have to make.
Another.
Hmm.
I swear I ain't cheating. Okura, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna go down this stairs.
Can
And,
I jump and tackle her?
well, first I'm gonna chuck my
Son,
shovel at the
hold
person
on.
who-
Yeah. Okay.
First, I'm gonna chuck my shovel at the person who decided to try casting frostbolt at her, or frostbite.
You okay? Mega.
Yeah.
You. Caster.
Okay, so never mind. How were they able to hit the girl?
It's within sight.
Slugs.
All right. Anyway,
Son,
I'm going.
let me
to
just clarify
try-
this. You, the girl.
I do
I
not.
died.
Yes, he died.
Alright.
I do
So
not
we're-
see his
so-
token, and I do not see West either.
West, son, did you retake your photos?
Yeah,
I did.
Hmm.
Okay.
Grab your
To a
token
new
and move
room.
it around for a little bit.
I cannot see my token.
Can't?
I just crashed.
Oh,
okay, I'm going to a new
I
room.
guess we all retake pictures then.
there we go. Reset tokens.
I'll get
I
6.
just managed to get mine perfect.
Yeah, sucks, don't it?
No, someone here, no.
Okay, do you see it now, son?
Yes.
You. Her. You. Her. Get it?
Yes.
No,
Good.
forget it. I don't care about the shovel anymore.
Are you still jumping for it?
Yes.
Anyway, you asked what I was going to do. I decided
30,
not to.
60, 90, 120.
I got feather fall.
Yeesh. Huh. Do you? Oh yeah, you are
do.
technically a caster. Alright, you.
I'm a bard.
Okay, roll... What the fuck do you... Roll free fallen?
Roll free falling. What do I
Roll a dice.
Roll, I don't know,
Acrobatics.
okay, acrobatics.
Ah.
Acrobatics. 9.
Time for Attack on Titan music.
Occur. You're climbing down, going after this child, as you watch Rolla just... and the child is watching...
I'm
Feather
catching
fall?
feather fall. Yep.
Okay.
After I pass the girl, I cast it.
Okay, so you don't okay. Okay. Just thinking
Anyway.
of my ruling. How does it... What resource do you use to cast Featherfall? What do you do? Do you just kind of pluck out one of your feathers?
Yeah, it's like a small feather or a piece of down. Yeah.
You just kind of add a feather, even though you don't have many and they're very small, and you just kind of, and it just.
Anyway,
You still start flying.
continue to follow the girl down the staircase.
Okay. 40, half of 40 is 20. You are 5 feet above her.
Do I know that I'm 5 feet above her?
You can see her 5 feet below you.
All right. Can I roll another intelligence check to try and say the word friend?
Sure. Roll intelligence.
Roll persuasion. With disadvantage.
Do I roll persuasion or do I roll intelligence?
Intelligence first.
Roll intelligence to see if you know the word.
All right.
Maybe you could roll intelligence again to say comrade instead.
Come on.
Intelligence, that's a 5.
Okay.
I apparently do not know the common word for friend.
Okay, you get a different F word. It's not the one you're looking for. It starts with an F and ends with 2 O's and a D. You know the common word for food. Not friend.
Not the.
Could I
You don't yell
recognize the
food
common
at
word
her,
for
though.
food?
Huh?
If he did shout the common word for food, would I recognize it?
Yes.
Because then I would throw a mushroom.
Are you yelling the common word for food?
No.
Okay.
Wait, is
Well, it's
is
not
son
exactly.
with child?
It's not the word food. You know the common word dinner from the common word diner from a thing you've read.
Right.
So you know diner.
Ooh.
So it sounds like you're saying dinner with a weird accent.
Right. But I'm not going to be saying that.
Okay, what do you want to say?
Just
What do you want to
squeak.
do?
I guess I'll just keep running after it.
Okay, you continue going after her, and now it's her. She rolled a natural 20, so this is funny. You watch as she watches Rolla. She looks at Rolla. She looks at you. She looks at Rolla. She looks at you again, Okur, and she kicks off. She lands on top of Rolla and just slowly rides them down. A bit faster, it goes. So you're just kind of on the ground, Rolla. What do you want to do? As there is a child on top of you on the ground. And she uses a jump so that you were 5 feet jump. She has 30 movement, so she spends 5, half of 5, 15. She has 5 feet of movement left. She will get up. You are prone. You don't have a reaction. Well, you do have a reaction, but it's going to be a... Why can't I grab her? Okay. And she's going to start
That's what
running
we've been
5
asking
feet.
the whole time.
What?
Why can't we grab her?
I mean,
She's
you can.
slippery.
She's very slippery. I don't know why. She's been rolling like so many fucking 20s. Okay, Rolla, what do you want to do?
Can I slice her other ankle to prevent her from getting away?
Ah, yeah, you can. Roll to hit. With disadvantage, because you're prone.
Alright. So that's with my dagger, so +6.
Okay.
That's a 19.
Okay, so this is out of the sporadic moment. Left or... Okay. So her left
The one
doesn't have a
that's
shoe
injured
and is...
already.
Okay, the one that isn't or is?
That one that isn't injured.
Okay, so the one that is injured is skinned. It's not damaged where she can't run. It's just slightly skinned. On the other one, you're basically
bear trap.
jabbing the fucking ligament. You know that that piece just at the back of your heel?
Ooh, yeah.
That thing,
Achilles
that's what you're
tendon.
cutting. The Achilles tendon. That's what you're going for?
Yep.
Roll dexterity?
I'm good at dexterity. 16. My dex is 3.
Okay. You go, and you very quickly, as you see her moving, you grab, twist, and pull out and slash her Achilles tendon. As there's this second where she's going and going, then she trips forward, or as her foot bends a little bit over as it should, as she goes and skids a bit, and she just lets out this ear-piercing scream. As it's just, I'm not gonna yell that loud. Okay. So she's gonna hurt herself with the skid. Ooh, okay. Roll damage.
Roll damage. Oh, oh no! I just realized how much damage I'm gonna do.
I mean, you can do unlethal damage.
Yeah, this is gonna be non-lethal. 6.
Unlethal?
It's crippling damage. Now that the deed has been done, I will make the statement that cutting your Achilles tendon, they're going to be crippled permanently.
I am aware I was going to say that myself once.
They will forever have a limp at the very least.
Yeah.
You're in a world with clerics.
Yeah, that's
In modern
true.
medicine, you're in a world with clerics.
Yeah, that is true. There is such a thing as regrow limb.
You make a good point, but still,
And
that's
if healers in the clan.
that's not a minor injury.
It's really not.
It's better if we just cook her.
Okay. You
In
get down to
character,
the bottom,
yes.
Okur.
Out of character, please now.
You get down to the bottom, Okur, and you see she's fallen, she's skidded forward, and she's really bloody. And she starts to let out this shriek.
Can I?
You're on the ground.
Can I get up and cast Cure Wounds?
You just sliced her tendon.
I'm going to roll.
You know, in
medicine
some
to
countries,
make
they consider that a war crime, injuring somebody and then treating their wounds specifically so you can injure them again.
I'm gonna roll medicine so that way I can try and make a makeshift like splint using the sock that I picked up.
Okay,
earlier.
she is yelling. You guys are in the slums. There are people.
Oh, we're in the slums. Actual outside.
You're in the slums.
The outside.
Or
You're
the
on the
kobold
outside of the slums? And when I say she's shrieking, I mean
Yeah, everybody knows.
she's shrieking.
You're talking surfing.
I'm talking of surface dwellers.
Oh no.
You're in the surface right now.
Well, I don't care. I'm still gonna try and treat her wound.
Okay. I just want it to be known like this. You guys, this is the wall. It kind of goes like this. You guys live in this wall. What you guys basically climbed is something like this. You guys went up, have gone down, and there's a small river here with a little gap to get to the top where there is a small bridge, and then you are about say 30 feet from the first row of houses in the slums.
That's not
Like,
far.
this is the most shady area.
That's very close.
Yeah. Or, well, 50 feet. Because every square is 50. Still, they're very close. So you're gonna try to splint. You're gonna try to splint?
Yeah.
Roll medicine as she lets out this screech. Let's see.
That's an 18.
Okay, you'll be able to make a splint.
Is Peb still falling?
Yeah, am I still climbing down?
Do you want to still climb down?
Yes.
Okay, by now you would make it to the bottom. Are you climbing down?
Yeah, I'd be following.
Okay, you are halfway. Beb, you're at the bottom. Girl shrieking, tendon cut, getting splinted.
I'm just gonna run out in front of them and like stand guard because I know people are about to approach, and try to look intimidating with my knife. Ready.
You watch as these 4 houses lights just kind of turn on as 3 of the doors open and these 3 people with these candles just kind of step out. One of them has a coat, one of them is naked, and one of them is wearing a vote for me shirt that has this elven man on it, and you can't really see the face of the man because it's like a really worn shirt with these cuts and scratches and like some of the inscribement of like when you take a shirt that has like that stuff on it and you wash it and you throw it into like a dryer and it kind of some of it falls off. It's like all patchy. Yeah, that's what it's
Wait, hijack, there's a bunch of people over there?
3 people.
There's the slums. There's gonna be
They're in the
more than
slums.
3 people. 3 people are just the people whose attention we've gotten so far.
Yeah.
So far.
Okay, I'm going to shoot out one of the thunder nuts to try and intimidate and scare them. So it's a intimidation roll. It's not really
intimidation.
damage I'm going for.
Okay, roll intimidation.
And then do I also roll the hit because if it's too close then I would also do damage to them.
It's not going to be close enough to hit them yet because they're 50 feet away. Unless you're cracking it out
No,
with their feet.
I was gonna shoot it with the catapult, see if I could just launch it at them.
Yeah, it just makes a noise.
And it's a 19 for intimidate.
It makes a noise.
Yeah, I was trying to intimidate them because the child was also making a noise, so I make a louder noise that suddenly scares them and then just tell everyone to run away.
And gets more attention.
That is true.
I feel like that is very counterproductive to our current
2 more
predicament.
lights light on as the door of the 4th one that hadn't been open yet finally swings over, and there's like this lady in a nightgown. You can just see her figure out, and there's another kid, kind of like there are these 2 kids peering out from side of her, and there's this bang, and the kids are like, "Whoa!" And she's like, "Get back inside, get back inside." And you watch as another door opens, as she kind of looks out, and you hear her yell something in Elvish over to him. He closes the door. You're just these 4 people just kind of looking at you, looking back at each other, just kind of figuring out what they should do.
Have I reached the bottom right now?
You just shot off from here. 30, 60, yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pick
You
up the
will
child and start heading away.
The child is about
Oh, child's over
is
there.
50 feet away from you.
Then could I
roll.
cast?
Now,
On your
I'm going.
next turn, yeah. Okay. Back to the top. Child's going to struggle and try to crawl away. Occur. Roll strength. Never mind. Don't roll strength. With her good foot, as you're splinting, you watch as she cracks it back and right against your jaw, Ochre, as she kicks you off and starts crawling away, and she just starts crying for help. She moves 15 feet.
I'm going to turn to the rest of my little tribe here and tell everyone. At this point, our best choice is to bring her to the humans, the surface dwellers, and hope they see it as an offering of niceness or something, because this is going to be bad. We should all grab a limb and drag her and leave her at one of the houses. And your guys' response?
Kill the
She knows
child
too
and run
much.
away.
Kill the child. Run away.
I'm not letting this child survive this. After we've been given them so many times, this child will be dying.
So
I doubt
sorry,
the child can tell the kobolds apart very well.
I'm so sorry, Mega. She's just been rolling so well.
I'm going to try one last time to try and say sorry.
Okay. Intelligence.
That's
It's what?
8.
Nope.
You get the word out there, but she's too panicked and too screaming to hear you.
I just decide to turn around and walk away.
She does seem like very at limit. You do have a shovel, Ochre. It is still pretty dark. The people don't see you yet. They're looking for you. It is currently the start of night. There's no light in the sky. They're using candles, and they're looking out into this dark array. They can only hear yelling. Oh.
Wait, did we just lose him?
Not sure.
I blinked
I
and
will
he
not
ran out
take
here.
part in killing of my child.
I'm not saying kill. I'm saying you have a shovel.
Conquer and knock her out.
Yeah.
Like you did last time.
Like you did last time. In the top, Rolla, what do you want to do?
If someone else kills them, I will be happy to bury them, but I will not take part in the killing.
Okay. What do you want to do, Rolla?
Can I take Ochre's shovel and knock her out?
You wouldn't happen to have the spell sleep, would you?
That would be a very useful spell for your arsenal.
No, I did not. I should have gotten that spell.
Ochre, are you going to give Rolla your shovel, or? Rolla's requesting your shovel. Okay, Rolla is walking away. So, you got fists. Wanna try and knock her out? Roll strength if you want to try to knock her out using your hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and knock her out using my hands. It's the best thing I got.
Headbutt.
Going to like try to punch, or you choke? Punch or choke, Rolla?
What will hurt less?
Punching, but it's more dangerous. Choking will knock her out.
It'll leave less marks.
I can always heal the marks later.
What do you want to do? Choke or punch?
Choke.
Choke. Okay, roll with advantage. One more time. And you can add your dexterity or your strength.
I'll add my dex. So 7 plus 3. That's a 10.
And that's going to be enough. As you just grab and start choking as she tries. She passes out. And Sam, you're finally down, and you see as Rolla is sitting on top of the now knocked out child as people with their candles are starting to come out to look around. You're
She's
over
alive
50 feet
still.
away from her.
Let's go up, let's go up, let's go up.
Are you going to pick her up, Sam?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, you
Be the one who has to
sling her over
do
your
that.
shoulder.
I'm going
And
to
you
say,
all start-
leave the overworlder here. They're more trouble than they're worth.
She knows too much.
She knows
That
so
is
much.
true.
We
She
can't leave.
was shown around our world. Also, why would we waste the food?
Okay. Mega, you watch as the rest of them come up, and you see Sam has the girl slung over his shoulder, and she is still breathing. Mega?
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Yeah, you see Sam makes their way back up, and they have they have the girl slung over their shoulder. She is breathing, she is still alive, and you see there are marks around her neck. Her breath is raspy, but she lives.
I take the girl and bring her to.
I do not hand her over.
Okay.
This child
He's
will
holding
be
her over
dying. This child is worth more as food than as a child. She is too much of a hassle and has already tried to run away once.
Don't think she would make very good food.
Any food is
Saw
better
what
than
she
the
could do.
food that
She
we
has
don't
already
have.
learned from us. She is worth more to us alive than she is dead.
She's already tried to run away, and she knows
At this point, I simply want to get rid of her.
the best way to get rid of her is to use her as a resource that we do not have a lot of. We can get the nutrients from her, and we no longer have to worry about her being an issue.
I will leave it to the elder, but if he decides to end her, I will not be burying her.
This
No
does not
person
sit
can
right
bury
with
their
me.
child.
Okay, so I guess we'll take the child to the elder
Yeah.
to see what they have to say about it.
You make your way in. You make your way to the top reef. You make your way to the middle reef. Make your way to the lower reef. Then from there, you head to the sub-reef, where
You're stopped at the front. You're stopped at the front entrance of a cave that is blocked with root. There is a keeper in front of it.
as he
Holds a sharpened pipe to you, and he says, "What business do you have with the elder?"
We seek wisdom.
What kinship do you strive from?
The stupid one.
That clears up nothing.
you are of the 15th. You guys are of the 15th new moon.
We are the 15th new moon.
Ah, the new ones. You brought lots of meats yesterday, and the nice livers.
We're afraid we brought trouble too, which is why we seek the Elder's wisdom.
Trouble. I don't like trouble.
The meat
he's like,
might have been more trouble than it was worth.
he's kind of thinking.
It's like, Let us see the elder.
I don't like trouble.
He's holding his spear. He's heard trouble, and he doesn't want trouble with the elder. He rolled a nat 1 on his intelligence.
Yep.
Well, you see,
Not to worry, trouble's not here yet.
we are trying to prevent the trouble from coming
What you
here,
bring
and
trouble?
no, we are currently trying to prevent the trouble from arising. We need the elders'
trouble?
guidance to stop the trouble.
Stop the trouble.
Yes.
Okay, you stop the trouble.
And he holds up his spear and he lets you.
I like that
And
interaction.
he's like,
Goodbye, brother. Goodbye, brother. Goodbye, sister. Goodbye, brother. Goodbye, elf. Elf! Trouble!
and you guys are already in. And you see he's kind of like peeking into the elder room, a bit worried.
Oh no. Trouble.
As you see the elder there, as he's looking at this large green crystal that just sits there in the middle of this room, and this room is giant. This is like observatory-sized room. As he sits there, and there's this big green crystal that just hovers there, as the elder is sitting on a throne of previous scrap bones and cloth. As he sits there and just kind of watches it.
I'm gonna fidget.
Elder.
You see, as he like this stumpy body, kind of like, and he stands up out of his chair. He's very plump.
He turns and looks over there and he says,
He's out of breath. Getting out of that chair was pretty hard for him.
why are you in my home? What brings you here, kinship? Do you
Well,
see those?
We seek
We
wisdom
seek,
here.
we seek your wisdom.
I am very wise.
So to quickly explain what has happened, on our first trip to the surface, we found a girl and captured her and brought her back, as you know. And
You
Okur
didn't
decided
tell
that.
me. Why was the
Oh.
girl not in your report?
I believe that was because Okur wanted to raise the child as her own.
Just yeah.
We all point at Ochre. Point.
Why? Why was
I
the
said-
child not brought up in the report, child?
Well, you see, I wanted to interrogate this child and then use her as her most valuable resource, which is food, as you know. But Okur here decided that she would much rather raise the child and try to convince her people that we weren't a threat. I told her it was a bad idea, but nevertheless, I decided to let her have the child, and look where we are now.
I seek your wisdom because of a crushing feeling in my chest when we talk about eating her that I do not understand.
You have gas. You have gas.
No. I remember what that feels like.
Stomachache.
Elder. I have learned from many of our clerics that I cannot be rude, mother. So, I sought other means for child.
You wish to keep the child.
I do, yes, but
The child is
Is
too
it
much trouble.
dangerous?
The child has already run away and made it back to the surface world. where we have recaptured her and brought her back down. I fear that she would continue to run away if she is to be kept, and that the only option is to silence her.
I would
Well, she
wish
can't
to
really
keep her.
run away now.
I would wish to keep her, but I have.
You
left
wish
the
to keep her as of one of our own.
Yes, but I have decided to leave the decision up to you, since my judgment is apparently not as wise as I thought.
Then we will put her through the child of the trial of the troubled kin. For the disobedient and the ones who do not show any promise.
You guys have heard of this trial, and you know that most of the kobolds that go into it don't come out of it alive.
She will go alone. She will return, a member of this tribe, or not at all.
Well, she has proved to be very agile and skilled in her attempts to escape.
And
Then
she
she
has,
would
She
be a
might
good
fare
runner.
better.
She
She
has
might fare
learned
better
how
than any
hospitable
kobold
and
ever has.
Then she
But-
would make a great, if she is as swift and as dexterous as you explained to me, she would make a good runner.
But I do not know if she would be, how you say, willing to be a runner for us, and rather not just run away.
That is something we will just have to figure out when we get there.
Yes. We should listen to the elder.
I agree, I'm just stating an
I
issue
wish to
that
wash my hands of this matter, as the surface dwellers say.
but that's a waste of water.
they are
That
very
does sound like a waste of water.
They are
Yes, bathing is a waste, but that is not the point.
You watch as the elder kind of pulls off this kind of manacle off of one of these skeletons, and he looks around. It has like a chain that's kind of broken off, and he hands it to you, Sam. He's like,
You! Fix and attach heavy rock.
Touch a heavy rock here? Just give me a second.
We will attach this to the child. The child will not run.
Around the child's neck or around one of its legs?
Both. You should tie both of their legs together closely, so that they cannot run, but only walk carefully.
Tie it to one of the legs.
I'll tie it to the leg that was bitten by the bear trap, not the Achilles cut one.
okay. You click it around one of the legs. Now you have a chain. The end is broken, and he wants you to attach the broken end to something heavy that would drag.
I'm
Preferably
just gonna.
something that would make noise.
I'm gonna run to. Actually, can I, while the child's knocked out, fashion a rock and put hollow it out, space in the center, and put
A link through it?
I guess beads from the necklace that I took inside of the rock that I fashioned out, and then attach that to the pin.
basically he's making a stone bell.
A
Yes.
stone rattle.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I
I'll let
will
you do that.
assist in the progress, so therefore he has the extra hand.
Okay. You get that done. You make a little bit of a heavy stone rattle, and attach and meld up the metal. Now she has this ball and chain attached to her foot that rattles when she moves. And the elder, points to a hole in the floor.
Now, may she attempt the trial?
You want me to put her into the hole?
Yes.
I'll just pick her up and drop her into the hole.
See the hole goes through down, and you can see down into like this weird white milky. You see this weird white mistiness as you drop. The child falls through this mistiness. This is a floating island. It's a very deep hole.
Now she will return a member, or not at all.
Concern. Should we not have healed her wounds before she attempted the trial to increase her chance of success? It's a bit late now.
Not the question.
She had wounds?
Yes, many.
Yes.
It was the only way we were able to capture her, was to cripple her.
What type of wounds?
I don't think she can walk.
I can't. Yeah, I don't think she can walk.
How is she to become a runner if she cannot walk?
Well, she could be healed. But we forgot.
He looks at
Can
you.
I go down and get her? So that we can do this again? I
When
just
you
need
go
some
down, you cannot come back up.
rope. I am not attempting the trial. Therefore, I do not need to follow the rules.
Anyone who enters the hole attempts the trial.
Should I attempt the trial?
I jumped down the hole.
Okay. Down. Do you guys hop down?
I do not want to
I
jump
do
down that
not
hole.
hop down.
Okay.
We have
I'll stand
learned
behind.
lessons about jumping down holes in this in this group.
Too many times.
Jumping down a hole without a plan is bad.
I pushed Pep down the hole.
Oh,
You're gonna jump down the. Did you say you're gonna jump down the hole?
he said he's gonna push me down the hole.
Head down the hole.
Oh. Okay.
Can I
Make
stop-
opposing
Can I
strengths.
sidestep him? I want
Opposing
to sidestep him so he falls in instead of me.
Brola, you go to push Peb in, and Peb steps away, and you go.
Rolla!
Long live the king.
You fall out of sight.
At least the person with Featherfall fell down the hole.
It's true.
So it seems that there's only you and I left, Pep.
Do you join your kinship in the trial?
I feel like that is a very bad idea.
Well, it seems the rest of them have already chosen to. Now either you become a kinship of two, or you make sure your kinship lives.
Well, we still have 2 more kinship members. They're just off busy.
Before you're down the hole.
No, I'm not talking about you two. I'm talking about the 2 party members who aren't here. They're technically part of the
Mo and
kinship
Phil.
ritual.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
You
So
you either
so we'd
lose
be a
2
kinship
members
of-
of your kinship, or you ate them.
This seems like a really bad idea.
Yeah. We should go ask the other members of our kinship what to do.
I do agree.
They can wait.
It's not like it's life or death down there.
I think they can wait. Peb is no fool. Peb is not jumping down the hole without a plan.
I agree. I've heard too many stories of people jumping down holes without plans.
Yes, like the trial.
Yes, the trial.
Let's just go find Kid.
You will most likely not be able to find your last two kinship members, as they are off to work and busy. You are alone in this. You now will choose
Sam.
if you aid.
One of us should go get help. Or get Kid in Kotozor. Or whatever his name is. I forget. So,
I do
one of-
suppose that is a good idea.
Should the faster one of us get help? Or should the faster one of us go down the hole?
I think the
As soon
faster
as you
one should
leave,
get out.
as soon as you leave this room, you choose that you no longer want to take part in the trial.
That is a dilemma. What if... I'll go up to the guard in the front of the room without leaving the room. Hey, could you do me a real solid right now?
Trouble?
There will be if you don't help.
I don't like trouble.
The trouble will not be here unless you choose not to help me right now.
I help.
Okay, can you go and find Kid and Galtorzor? Galtorza? However you
Yeah,
pronounce
the
the name. Can you
But I
find
must
the
stay
other two
here.
members?
I got door.
Then
Look,
pass
if you
the
can-
word on to someone else.
If you cannot find the other two members of our party, our kinship, then danger and threat will be imminent.
Trouble.
But I cannot leave door.
Can you help us find someone who can leave the door? We can't leave this room.
When your shift
Closest
ends,
person who can leave door is all the way up inside the areas with the gravekeepers.
simply relay the message when your shift ends.
Okay.
It never ends.
He stands there. He's like,
When does
you
shift
see-
end?
His shift eventually has to end. They have to trade out guards. They don't just let him sit there until he dies and then replace him. Of course
you don't
not.
know that.
I
You
don't.
don't know that. How do
Well, I
you
could assume
think
that.
the elder gets his throne?
Okay, you make a good point. I'm concerned for him now. He should come with us on the trial. He'd be better off.
Trouble.
Okay, what do you want to do? Are you guys jumping down the hole?
I'm not jumping down any hole. I am
seems like a
scaling the
horrible
hole
idea.
carefully.
You're gonna scale down the hole. Okay.
Carefully.
You start your way down. Make acro.
It'll be a +8. So that's a 30-20.
Okay. You start your scaling way down. You get about halfway down before it starts getting a little bit more slick and shallow. Another one. Disadvantage because it's wet.
Oof.
You
And
fall.
Sam, what are you doing?
That's
Um,
gonna be it.
I'm gonna watch
Well.
what Peb does and try not to make the same mistakes that he makes.
Peb gets halfway down, grabs the rock, and slips.
Oof.
Okay, so I will
That'd be
start making my way down, but I will move more carefully than he is. And
Okay.
especially be careful where he fell.
Roll athletics, advantage. Then roll athletics, normal.
It's gonna be a pass. That's a 18.
Now roll athletics, disadvantage.
And that'll be a fail. 10.
Same number.
You get more further down, and you actually feel wind at the bottom of your feet, like something's rushing past under you, and then you fall. And you look up, and you actually see above you, like it's you're going for a bit, and there's this. You guys
I
have
know.
fallen
Yeah.
out of the city.
Yeah. We're not on the floating island anymore. That's what I was afraid of.
You guys are free falling.
We're
Uh-oh.
free fall.
The furthest one down is the child. So, Okur, you see about 100 feet below you is the child. And you guys are just in the air.
I'm going to accelerate myself in the air so I can try and catch the child.
Okay, you can catch the child, but you guys are going to be spiraling. Rolla. 100 feet below you is 150 feet below you is Okur. 200 feet. Okay, you two, Peb and Sam, you guys took like a good 2 minutes ago, so you guys aren't even. You guys are still arguing up. Okay, roll up. You see about 150 feet below you is Okur.
Okay, I'm gonna move myself so I can fall faster to Okur.
Okay, you start a dive. 60, double it. 120. You are 30 feet from Okur. What do you want to do?
All right. Can we see the ground?
Is spiraling. You cannot see the ground yet.
Not yet. All right.
Not yet.
I'm gonna cast Feather Fall on me, the girl, and Okur.
Okay. You guys start slowly falling.
So they're no longer spiraling.
Okay. Okur, what do you want to do?
I position myself so I'm under the girl, so that way if we land, I take the brunt of the force.
Okay. You guys are floating for a minute. You hear above you just this yelling, and then like a few seconds after that, another yelling. As you watch as these two figures all the way to the top, these two dots are just falling down from the island.
I'm gonna try to slow myself down by making myself as slow as possible and yell over to Peb. I would get as far away from me as possible.
You're like, what?
We can't hear each other when you're falling. Have you seen the videos of people skydiving?
That's true.
Yeah.
But I'm smart and tinker.
So I'm going to drift towards you because I can tell you're shouting. Just kind of.
Get away from me!
Okay, yeah, you guys are kind of like hand in hand.
Can I make a gesture to move away? What would it be to see if he would understand, or if it was good enough?
Persuasion, intelligence.
Okay, let's see what my intelligence is. 4. A plus 9 intelligence.
You look like you're trying to swim towards him.
Intelligence
You're like,
plus 6.
go away! Go away!
But it's kind of like that pushing thing, so it looks like you're trying to swim towards him.
So I'm gonna get all the way to you and catch and grab your hands. So now we're finally holding hands. Yep.
And, okay. So about 500 feet below you is Okur and Rolla. Or
And
is
the child.
Okur and Peb and Child. And you guys were going 60, 120 after the second one, double that, 240. You're picking up speed. So, Peb, Okur, you watch as this blur goes past you.
Can I quickly cast?
It's Rolla and Okur sees Peb and Sam fall past. Names got
Yeah,
mixed
Rolla
up.
Can I
Okur.
quickly cast Feather Fall on 2 blurs?
How many spell slots do you have, man?
Feather Fall is a level 1 spell, so I have 2 spell slots.
Ooh, lucky.
And Feather Fall.
Didn't you already use one earlier today
Yeah.
when you were chasing the girl?
You've used
Yes.
4 so
I
far.
can choose up to 5 falling creatures within range
Okay.
Per cast.
So you 1, 2, 3, 4,
per
5.
cast.
Oh, then you're going
1, 2,
to
3, 4, 5. That's enough for all of you. As you watch as Peb and Sam, and you cast another feather fall. As you rip out another feather, and a little blood comes out, and you are all slowly floating. And there's just this jingling of the rock in the air.
Well, I'm glad to see that thing's still working.
So
As
this
you
is
see
why no
coming
one
into-
passes the trial.
As you guys hit the 1,000-meter mark, you see about another 1,000-meter down is the ground, and you guys are falling into what looks like a volcano.
I think that is why they don't survive.
It is not an active volcano.
So no lava.
It's just
No
a
one.
mountain with a little crater in it.
How many kobolds have attempted this trial? 5,864.
So there is just a massive mountain of bones.
With Featherfall, you guys just kind of land on top of this large... You don't land on any bones, actually. You just land on rock. Well, yeah. You guys hit them. You guys actually hit the volcano, and it's very warm in here as there's actually this updraft. As even with your feather fall, you guys are basically not moving. You guys are just kept at the top. You're just floating there.
Swim!
Swimming does not actually work. You're just kind of making a motion in there. Yeah, you're just making motion in there. You guys are just kind of floating there at the top of this updraft of heat.
I imagine that we're all just doing the skydiving circle thing.
Well, I imagine me and the girl would probably be actually still going down, considering that our combined weight plus that of
The ball and
stone
chain.
rat.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You're moving down a little bit.
In that case, the
Very
rest of
slowly.
us will be acting like a sail. With them pivoting down on one side, cause us to drift in their direction.
Yeah, so you guys just kind of slowly tilt this way. And slowly, you're very slowly being pulled down. How long does the spell last, Rolla?
A minute.
Get through. Spell ends and you guys start plummeting. It's a slow plummet, and you all hit the ground.
That could have ended a lot worse.
And
You
you
watch
pushed
as
me
the-
down. And you tried to push me down here.
I was gonna jump with you.
Okay.
That doesn't make me feel better.
Well, as we are now stuck down here until we complete this trial, I'm just putting it out there. If we cannot find the resources to survive, that thing is the first thing to go.
Step 1 of trial. Build giant ladder.
How long do we
I
think
like
it
how
will
you're
take to build? How long do you think it will take to build giant lad?
I don't know. Sam does that stuff.
Do we have giant logs? If so, I can build it in maybe a year to 5 years.
Sounds reasonable. How long do we live?
Kobolds can live up to 120. I think.
Do we know how the average
Well,
lifespan of a kobold?
Well, the average lifespan.
I don't
of a
know, but
kobold's
yours
actually
is so
pretty
far
short
6
because-
years.
Kobolds
average
reach
span of life
adulthood
is
at
actually-
6 to live to 120.
Their average lifespan is actually pretty low because they could kill themselves so easily and they don't care about dying because of their religious beliefs.
Yeah.
But how long they can live is a long time.
120 years.
Yes.
So I could build that and we'd only be 9 by the time it would be done.
That's assuming that would work. I don't think that would actually work out of
It
character.
probably wouldn't work, no.
But kobolds would attempt it.
It would 100% collapse before the time it was even a third of the way there.
Yep. But that's an idea.
Okay. One sec, guys. As Okay, I did not expect for you guys to come here so soon. Okay.
Yeah, neither did I.
Well, if you didn't expect us to come here so soon, it's already been 2 hours. Why not just stop it here?
No, not that type. I mean, I've had this area prepared.
Just
Oh.
like
I've
not
ev-
like 3 weeks from now, you thought we would be down here, not second session.
Yeah, not second session. Okay. Well, guess you guys get to meet the Grand Elder. Yeah. You guys land and you are in this area. There is water dripping around you, and there's a soft stream that rushes past with this crystalline, clear water.
I'll fill up my water skin with it.
Okay. You fill yourself up. You fill your water skin with spring water. Add that to your inventory. Spring water.
I try and treat the girl's wounds with it.
With the spring water?
Yes.
Clean the wounds is a good idea.
Yeah, cleaning.
I can just.
Get more spring water,
Heal
don't
her.
worry.
Okay. You dip her wound. You dip her leg with the spring water into the water, and you pull her leg without a wound out of the water.
That's some good water. Takes a sip.
You gain 4 points of health if you're missing any.
I have not been injured.
You gain 4 temporary HP.
But the weird,
Heal
funny,
water.
the weird crushing thing in my chest is gone. Also known as the guilt.
You guys are in some sort of... Oh. Magic. You guys are in some sort of cave. As you look up and you see... You can't even see Kitara anymore. You watch as the girl just... and she stirs awake. Very
I'm gonna look-
dizzy. She...
Gonna look at her with.
Coughs
We're
like a
all
little
gonna
bit.
huddle around her as she wakes up with looks of concern. Except Sam. Sam doesn't look concerned. He can't.
I feel like it's better to not be concerned about this child and rather just leave the child, as we are now off of our world because of this child.
You watch as the child is looking around at you and she's just there in this static fear.
I give head pats.
She recoils at your touch. She's confused.
I offer her my mushroom.
I offer her some of the water.
Persuasion at disadvantage?
And I'm also going to point at the mushroom and say, mushroom and draconic slowly, so trying to teach her draconic. So, persuasion at disadvantage, you said?
Yep. Make up persuasion disadvantage.
I got
10.
Plus 5. That's going to be, like, 13?
Stockholm Syndrome's a bitch. You said 10, Mega?
Yes. Yes. 10.
Roll again with me. Just a flat dice.
13.
13. She will reluctantly accept the water and drinks. She watches as, and you guys watch as wounds on her body slightly close. The marks are scarred over and still there, but she's not bloody anymore.
I'm going
Water
to
magic.
re-extend my hand with the mushroom and say mushroom again, and then go food, and then pretend like do an eating motion.
She looks at you and she looks at Okur. She looks at you. She looks at Okur. She's confused.
I'm
Okay.
gonna do.
Since
I'm
you
gonna
said
rip my mushroom in rip my mushroom in half. Mushroom in half. Eat half.
Since you said that I do know the word food, I will say food and point with mushroom.
She accepts the mushroom. She just kind of holds on to it.
And then I do just like eat.
She
Motion.
very cautiously puts it in her mouth. She closes her eyes and eats it. A single tear drops down her cheek.
So sad.
Very slowly, she tries to stand up, and she slightly towers a little bit above all of you. She is taller than you.
Yeah. I point up. And kind of look up.
Not that
And then
much
go.
taller.
Yeah, I'm gonna point up at the sky and go.
She looks up. She looks down. She looks at you. Apparently she's very dexterous, but not too bright.
Wow, we have so much in common.
She doesn't get what you're playing at.
I'm gonna walk up to her and just point up and home.
You realize all of you are actually having a bit of a struggle breathing. The air feels very heavy. You guys are used to high altitudes.
Right.
Home.
Home?
Yes.
I'm gonna point up and nod my head and say, "In Draconic home."
Where is here?
Down.
Down.
Down?
She's confused.
Beneath. Under.
You're home.
I'm gonna
I shake my head no.
I'm gonna go out of the area.
Tell her we're lost.
I'm gonna look for a rock, like a medium-sized rock.
Okay, you find a medium-sized rock.
Okay, I'm gonna hold it up.
Actually, you find. Roll investigation.
Uh, 15.
You find something you think at first is a rock, but as you get closer and you pick it up, you realize it's just a very dusty skull of a kobold. You actually look and you see these lines of kobold skulls all neatly put into a space.
I'm gonna ignore that for now and walk back to her.
Okay, come back with a kobold skull.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the skull up, point at the top of it,
I hide
home,
behind pleb.
Okay.
You called me
Point on top.
pleb.
and then I'm going to point at the ground. Here, we here. Beneath.
We're beneath Kitara?
Beneath.
She thinks, and she's just like,
I haven't heard stories of beneath Kitara.
so she's confused. She just kind of picks up the skull from you.
Hole. Fell. Hole.
You fell out of Kitara?
Yes. Hole. Fell. Hole. ground here.
Why am I talking with kobolds? Why is it so hard to breathe?
Hole, fell, hole.
I'm gonna
Just
tap
repeating.
Sam. I'm just gonna tap Sam on the shoulder and point at her ball and chain thing and say, "Break!"
No.
The ball and chain is on her ankle.
Yeah, I know. I'm pointing at it and saying, "Would you break it?"
No, we do not know what she is going to do at this point. It is best to just leave it on her.
We are all
You watch as
lost.
she takes a few steps, and the ball actually rattles, and she looks at it.
I rolled to hit the chain. I got an 8.
Can I reaction to try to block the hit?
With
Like, push the, I don't even know what he's using, but push it out of the way before it hits.
roll a d20. Roll initiative. Roll initiative, Mega.
15 and
Got that
14.
Okay, nope. You watch as slaps down on the chain, and it just kind of cracks off. And Sam has the key to the shackle. Well, it's just a little piece of change clicking. She doesn't have the big bauble attached to her, and she just kind of looks at you, and she looks at it, and she's really confused. She's like, "Are these people kidnapping me, or?"
Well, you see, we're going to need her help almost more than she needs our help.
I rolled a 15 for intelligence. I say the word help.
Do you want to try to use some sign language you might have learned?
Can I use sign language?
Technically, anything can use sign language.
Alright, sure. I'll use some sign language.
Okay. Does she understand sign language? Is the question. Apparently, she does.
Yeah.
You kind of do the
Right.
gesture for help, and I guess you can do the gesture for friends. She's really confused, but she's like, friends. She does friendship of circumstance. She does friends, circumstance.
I do the sign for fair.
Okay. Oh, okay, kobolds.
Tell her we need to find shelter.
You're in shelter.
Better shelter, because it's going to be bright soon.
It just became night.
Oh. I don't know that. I'm too distracted.
It's very dark up there.
It was the start of night when she tried to escape.
Yes.
She's still holding a kobold skull.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up and take the skull out of her hand and hand it to Oka and say, "Bury."
I will bury.
It is.
I grab
Okay, you bury it.
I grab my shovel and perform the ritual rites and bury it.
Okay, you just bury the skull. The ritual rites, you hold your shovel up, say a few things, and just whack! That's the ritual, just whack! You turn it into bone meal. You bury it. Yeah. She's very taken aback from this. She picks up one of the fallen, broken off horns. She looks at it.
I signed the words, nothing to waste.
And she buries it in the ground. check if she has memory loss because of that shovel.
From
I did
multiple
not
shovel
get a
hits.
shovel. At no point was she hit with a shovel.
What
Something knocks. Someone knocked her out before.
She was
Yes,
strangled the last time she was knocked out, and she was
Would
shoveled for the first time she was knocked out.
She was shoveled the first time. It wasn't necessarily you, but
She was bunked in the head the first time. Last time
does she remember? She doesn't remember being stuffed in a bag with her dead father. She doesn't know her father's dead.
Yep.
So she thinks her father's alive.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh wait, did she walk in on us after her father was killed? And that's how
No,
our
you guys
interaction
went
started?
upstairs and she went to the washroom.
Okay. I didn't remember.
Guys jumped her out of nowhere. Okay, yeah.
We jumped her. We kidnapped her.
Where did the kobold skull come from?
I'm gonna point over to the ground.
She looks up and then she looks over at Sam and she looks where he's talking. And you all see as Sam kind of points at this one area. You guys kind of approach and you see this just like layer, like just this horde of kobold skulls, neatly kept. Then to the right, there's a layer of ribs, then a layer of thigh bones, then pelvises, and it's like it's a bunch of kobold bones neatly kept
And sorted.
and sorted.
I signed to her not right.
She picks up another skull. And she looks at you. She puts it down.
I feel like
Is this how an elf
something
can
is
learn
here.
pack tactics?
Hmm?
Nothing.
Oh, did you ask if an elf can learn pack tactics?
Yeah. I mean, technically.
Homebrew rules allow anything.
Homebrew rules allow anything.
technically rules and Tasha allows it.
Man, this would be a very interesting backstory. Huh.
Kidnapped by kobolds.
Kidnapped by kobolds.
Kidnapped by kobolds.
Kidnapped and raised by kobolds.
Yep.
Yes.
They murdered my father.
But she doesn't know that.
She doesn't. Not yet.
And we won't tell her.
Okay, she looks around.
She probably won't figure it out for a long
She
time.
kind of does like a shrug. She does like a arms up gestures, like what now to you, Orker? Technically, through sign. Technically, Sam or you could teach her Draconic slowly, but you would have to actively do it.
I think we could all teach her Draconic slowly. It would just be more effective with the people who already can communicate.
I would say survive in sign language.
Okay. Do you also say it in Draconic?
Yes, I would say survive in Draconic and sign language.
She nods. You watch as she takes the skull she just picked up and pulls a horn out of it, and she kind of holds it like a pointy weapon. And
give her a thumbs up.
She gestures to it and she simply says, "Nothing to waste."
I give her a thumbs up.
She holds her horn. She looks at her very soggy splint. Just kind of kicks it off. She realizes she doesn't have a shoe.
I give her back her shoe.
Yes, he still has her shoe.
Yeah, I know. She just realized she didn't have a shoe. She puts her shoe back on and she just simply says, th- thank you.
I sign. Was waiting till dry.
She nods. And you guys just see these rows of kobold bone pieces.
Did we see any woodland or forest at all on our way falling close to the volcano?
You saw there was a volcano, and then there's kind of like field around it, and then like out towards the north, there's woodland. For you guys didn't really get. There's a little bit of. You think you might have. You're not quite sure the directions. You didn't get quite a good view. You were plummeting.
Okay, well, I'm going to,
Well,
We
technically,
were
I was
slowly falling. We were
Yeah.
slowly falling.
I was
Through
and we
facing
hovered for a while.
I was facing up, so that way the girl.
You're facing up. You know nothing. You guys weren't exactly saying you were looking for your surroundings, but I'll say you guys can. I'll let you guys make perception checks, except for you, Mega. And except for you, Rolla, because you were focusing on a
10.
spell.
Well, it's not. Well, it doesn't really need me to be focused. I just.
Isn't
cast it.
Featherfall concentration?
No.
It is not. Never mind.
No. Okay. So
You
13
think?
plus 6?
Okay, yeah, you think you saw a forest nearby. But you guys look
Okay.
around, you realize there's like no distinct exit to the cave. You see there's this actually this large kind of rock pile sat there in the middle of the cage. In the middle of the cave. Or well, I'd say in the middle, but it's kind of like towards the northern side of the volcano, kind of opposite of the skeletons. It's this large mound of possibly stone.
Can I look for cracks because something must have organized those bones,
Perception
and they must
or
have left
investigation.
cracks. Let's see which one's higher. Perception 6 of 10.
You hear this squeaking sound coming from the top of the rock mound.
I hear squeaks.
I get my shovel ready, and I sign to her.
As she sees you get her shovel ready, she gets her horn ready.
Right.
Knife.
I get my knife out,
Yep.
and I walk towards the rock mound.
I back him up.
I'm standing in front of the little girl, trying to defend her.
As you're at the bottom of the rock mound, you watch as this rat just runs past.
Stab the rat.
Roll to hit.
One. I missed the rat.
You actually hit it.
Oh, I do.
It looks, yeah, you stab into the rat, and you know you probably should have missed it. And you see its tail is actually stuck under something.
Okay, Mama.
Oh. So rat's AC is 1.
Nope.
What is the rat's tail stuck under? Slowly
Something.
look up.
You just see the rat's tail is stuck under some large, sharp rock. Or sits smooth, I guess.
Claw.
Oh no, it attaches to the mound.
I poke it. Like, poke.
Feels like stone.
Something ain't right.
I think we should go to the forest.
Can I
If
just make
there-
a general perception check?
Sure.
That's an 18.
Are you like looking at the rock? You're like standing
Yeah.
up and like investigating the rock, like to the rock.
I'm looking over by the rock to see what's just around it and in it, and if there's
Okay,
anything
so it's this
distinctive
kind
of
of it's this sort of curved rock shape. They're kind of in the middle of it. There is a very thin side of the rock, and there's a bit of a slightly less thin. Are you going to the very thin or the less thin side?
the less than.
The less. It's still giant. It's like a giant rock structure. You think something might have caved in,
Okay.
and once you finally get to it, yep, you're at this large rock structure.
Can I roll a nature check about the rock? See if it matches the rock around it.
Roll investigation.
Can I put the rat in my bag yet?
Yeah,
I got a 4, so it looks perfectly natural to me.
completely normal rock. And yep, Peb, Rolla, what do you two do?
Rat in the bag.
Rat's in the bag.
I
Kind of have to cut its tail a little bit.
hit the rock with the shovel. Try and move it out.
Big rock. Like boulder. Like bigger than boulder.
I'll climb the rock.
Okay, climb up the rock. And you ting on the rock. You ting on a rock.
I'm going to lose interest in the rock, and I want to go to the edge rim of the volcano to get a better perspective of what's around the volcano.
It
So I guess we're
is
squaring off.
completely it's completely enclosed. You don't see any exits.
So there's not like a slowly sloping wall.
No, it's been hollowed. You think that this rock might actually just be some leftovers from the slowly slooping wall.
Oh.
It seems like one area has been carved out to hold this collection.
I sign the girl help and say help in Draconic, and I turn to the others and say help as I push down on the shovel, trying to move the boulder.
Like you've got it wedged under this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can figure out a way to draw this with stuff for you guys. I'm not gonna draw the volcano because it's not exactly a combat thing, so there's nothing to fight here other than rats.
Delicious.
I'm just gonna use that space. So let's take it. I'm gonna need. Okay. And it looks like it's not just one rock, by the way. It looks like multiple rocks, just kind of like rubbled in.
I'm starting to see a creature form take shape.
Kind of a rock like that sits against the wall of the volcano. Don't worry, I'm moving the camera. It's the wrong button, but... Oh, hi. Go. This is kind of the rock you guys are levied against.
And I'm on top of the rock.
You're on top. Where is the... I'll just grab
I
a new
start
stone wall.
dancing.
Okay. So you dance on top of the rock.
Yes. I'm gonna make her more confused by dancing on top of the rock.
Okay. You guys, you just start dancing on top of it. There. And you... The mouse was sort of stuck on a protrusion right there. And you are over here. You are... Don't know what you're doing. You're here. You're here. Oh, right, Peb, you are... No, you're here. Okay, so Peb is here with the rat. You two are here wedging. Okay, yep. There you go. What'd you guys like to do? I can't believe I was actually able to make that.
I'm impressed. It's nice.
Thank you.
As cool as it is that we left the Kitara, now I don't have as much of a reason to make the tunnels anymore.
There we go. Okay, yeah. What do you guys want to do?
I'm currently wedging and trying to lift the rocks. Considering that a rat was able to get trapped underneath it, it must mean that it was a recent cave-in.
I will slide down and help.
You watch as one of the rocks sort of slide forward and actually push you back a bit. Just kind of before it sits there. You think you might have loosened it and pushed it.
This is unstable.
This is unstable.
Yes.
Alright.
Does that mean loud noises can break it?
Perhaps.
I try moving the rock again.
Alright, roll strength.
$13.
13. Okay.
Do I get advantage since the girl is helping me, or?
For this, no.
Okay.
Okay, you continue with that. Sam, what are you doing?
So I will continue to investigate and look around this area to see if I can find anything that could be useful to us as we are stuck down here.
Okay. As you step up, and you see this large yellow glowing thing at the top as you stand about here on this rock.
Can I tell what it is with a 28?
Yeah. Tis a
Eyeball.
very large yellow eye looking at you.
An eye. I'm gonna look over to everyone else and guys, I would be more careful if I were you. There seems to be a large eye over here, and it seems to be alive still. Also, it's part of the rock.
What do you mean?
Uh-oh.
Eyes? Rocks can't have eyes.
It's a mimic!
That is what I was thinking, yes. It is a rock mimic instead of the normal chest mimic or door mimic.
Run away!
Just be careful and be aware that some of these rocks may be more alive than we had first thought.
That's sort of what pushed you out of the way. Okay. It's actually a pretty good sculpture. I'm actually impressed. For what it is. Oh, there's my big rock. As,
Off
yeah.
too hard.
Huh?
Don't suck yourself off too hard.
I won't. I'm just impressed with the minimal things I have, what I can do. There we go. Okay, yep. What do you guys want to do? You guys see this large yellow orb over there. The singular brown strike in it. Just kind of watching Sam.
I'm gonna get some distance and run away, panicked.
Can I roll nature to see if I know what this is?
Sure.
That is a 17.
You, look at the globule. It takes you a second. And then, you realize instantly what this is, Mega. Or, well, you realize, what this is, Occur. And you realize why the rock gently pushed you out of the way. You are standing before a large stoned dragon.
Oh, stoned, man. Sounds far out.
He's not stoned. I'm stoned.
I go up to the eye and say, "Hello, sir. Can you move? We need out."
It looks at you.
Please?
Okay. You watch as it sits up, all this rock starts crumbling off of it. So you watch this large dragon that is fit with stone slowly crumble off as it starts to move, as its camouflage is broken off, and you see this large skeletal dragon sitting before this slight gap in the wall that you can see enters a cave system. A Dracolich. An undead dragon. You see on its bones there are these quills of feather that peer off. You're not sure if they are attached, if they are merely attached on, or if it came off of it. But this is a very pristine and very clean Dracolich. It doesn't have any flesh on it.
Just bones and feathers.
Just bones and feather. Where
At
there
this
would,
point-
where there would be that sort of leather between the wings so it can fly, there is only feather.
I at this point recognize their draconic form, and I'm just like, it's a great one.
You watch as this, Jesus.
It's Jesus!
It's Jesus! It's Jesus! You watch as
It's
the
Dragon
giant
Jesus.
skeletal dragon starts talking as its dragon tongue words not fitting with his mouth as it says, "Are you here to attempt the trial?"
Well, technically, she's the one who's supposed to be doing the trial, but then we kind of fell down or jumped down or slipped down, each of us,
We are
and
here.
I guess technically now we have to do the trial to get back up to
Then
the surface.
you will do one simple task. As he points a claw up. Return. So he's gesturing back towards Kitara. Your task is to return to Kitara. And you watch as he takes a large stone and actually blocks his waterfall. And you watch as water is slowly dripping through. You have until the water releases the stone. If the stone is released before you make it to Kitara, and a sacrifice is not dropped down to me, you will be considered failures of the tribe and failures of the challenge.
Can I jam the rock into the water?
It is
Like, jam
very
it for-
far up. It's a boulder. It is a boulder.
Oh, okay.
He is huge. This is an understatement of what he looks like.
Oh, okay.
He is ginormous.
I'm letting the little girl know in the simplest of terms of that to return home, we must get item before Boulder.
You don't need to get an item. You just need to figure out how to get back before the boulder releases.
Oh, I pretty much relayed this to her that to get home, we must figure out a way to get home before Boulder is freed from waterfall.
You hear her say, "Well, I remember my father telling me about these big flying boats. Maybe we can find one of those."
As he gestures to the cave behind him, he says, "Now be off, young kinship. May you return, members of the tribe, or not at all. Be silent, not even as loud as the mouse." As he lets you through. And that's where we're gonna end it today. So as always, guys, good night.
Good.